Nichols is a best-selling author, a popular public speaker, a powerful coach, and a charismatic teacher. Lisa Nichols has reached millions, both nationally and internationally, with her powerful message of empowerment, service, excellence, and gratitude. Her participation in the self-development phenomenon, The Secret, catapulted her popularity across the globe. Lisa has appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show, Extra, Larry King Live, and on NBC's Emmy Award-winning show, Starting Over. In addition, Lisa is the founder of Motivating the Masses and CEO of Motivating the Team Spirit. Her transformational workshops have impacted the lives of over 210,000 teens and over 1 million adults. Her new book, No Matter What, hit 6 bestseller lists, including the New York Times, in the first 37 days of being released, and has already been sold in 20 foreign languages. Lisa has been coined the breakthrough specialist by her peers in the industry. Lisa is a dynamic speaker with an extraordinary story and a tremendous ability to touch people's hearts and souls. She is a master at accomplishing unfathomable goals and teaching others to do the same. Lisa Nichols has transformed her life from struggling single mom to a motivational millionaire entrepreneur, and has dedicated her life to teaching others how to do the same. This is the woman that makes me cry every single time she speaks. Please, a warm welcome.
Hello everyone, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much, Connie. I'm excited to be here with you. Connie has to be the most consistent, persistent. She asked, can you come? And I said, let me check. And we had a lot of things that we had to go through to make tonight happen and to be here with you guys. But Connie had no problem emailing us back, calling us back, like, yeah, don't forget me, right here, right over here. So, Connie, thank you so much for being a stand. It's possible. It is nothing short of this woman's amazing dedication that has me here, because it's not easy, unfortunately, and fortunately sometimes, to get me to show up someplace. It's not easy. It's not. And I pray for that. I pray to be in such demand that it takes a lot. Amen. So thank you so much. People ask me where I live all the time. My mail comes to San Diego. I live in baggage claim. I can tell you the best restaurants in every airport. And so my family, I was raised in Los Angeles though, and my grandmother's still here, my father, my mother's still here, and all my cousins. So it's always wonderful to come home. It's always wonderful to speak and get in my car and drive home for a change. I tell people, you might get stuck in traffic, but I'm in security to go to my commute to work takes me through security. So I'm excited to be here with you guys. I literally am passing through. In the last 17 days, I've been to 7 different cities and 2 countries, and I've done 26 events. And in 72 hours, I get on the plane again, and I'll be gone for 14 days to 3 countries doing 12 events. And so when I say I just stopped by Beverly Hills, I just stopped by Beverly Hills. That is not a cliche, that's not a statement, I just stopped by. I will go home tonight and get home about 1:30 in the morning and start packing. And then take a nap. And then get up on the plane. I'm happy to be here. So, no one ever said I have to do it normal and average. I don't know normal and average. I just know extraordinary. I don't know average and ordinary. So I just stopped by Beverly Hills to touch your soul. I stopped by Beverly Hills to stir your soul. I stopped by to speak to your heart and your mind and to rattle your cage a bit, to make you mildly to moderately to significantly uncomfortable in anything that looks like mediocrity. I just stopped by to do that. So I might rah-rah you, but I didn't come here to rah-rah you. I came here to stir your soul. I came here to make it uncomfortable, to be anything other than magnificent. I came here to ask you, are you willing to go rogue with me? Are you willing to be unapologetic about the champion that lives in you? Are you willing to make this year the absolute best year ever in your life and not ask for permission from anyone? Are you willing? I just stopped by to ask a couple of questions, to stir your soul a bit, to rattle your cage a bit. Whatever happens for you, I stopped by to do that. But I didn't stop by to keep you comfortable in mediocrity. Now that's very clear. Because mediocrity is very crowded. Extraordinary has a lot of room up here. So I stopped by to invite you to the upper level called extraordinary. So when I'm in church, you guys know, if you've been with me before, all you ladies at First Tuesdays and all my folks that have been my students before, when we're at church and I say something you like, we say amen. Amen. But we're not at church, we're at the restaurant. and when I'm with my girls and I say something that they like, they say, you go, girl. But don't worry, I'm not going to have the guy say, you go, girl. But you know me, if those of you who've been with me before, if I say something that resonates with you, I want you to say yes, yes. But I want the second yes to have more energy on it than the first yes. So I want the volume of the second yes to shake and rattle them at the bar inside. Right? So I'm going to let you practice. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Yes. That's I. But I told y'all I have to drive an hour and 45 minutes and get home at 1 in the morning and then I can pack. I want the second yes to be that yes right on the outside of your comfort zone. You didn't wake up today to say yes like that. You didn't know you were getting dressed tonight to say yes like that. I wanted to make you a little uncomfortable. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes. That's it. Every time I say something that resonates with your soul, I want you to boldly say yes, yes. Every time you hear the truth that comes out of my mouth that speaks to you, it's your truth, not mine, it's your truth. I want you to hear yourself say, yes, yes. Every time you hear that thing, even if it's uncomfortable, sometimes the truth is not served with warm cookies and milk. But it's your truth anyway. I want to hear you say, yes, yes. And when you leave this place and you all go in your own separate directions, and something speaks to your soul away from here, I want you to say, yes, yes. Even if no one else agrees with you. And no one else sees your vision, but you know it's still your vision, I want you to still say, yes, yes. Without anyone's permission, I want you to say, yes, yes. With knees knocking and teeth chattering, I want you to say, yes, yes. Think y'all got it? Yes, yes. You just stared at my boots. You like, come on. I need you to focus up here. Focus up here. She like, yes, yes. Size 7.5. So why would I ask you to say yes, yes? Why would I do something as radical as that? Say yes, yes. Because last year, you may have only said yes one time. And I heard a little birdie say, if you want to get something different, you got to do something different. We think that means something huge. That could just start with one extra yes. Just yes, yes. Yes is so nice, I had to say it twice. What if we just started with that? See, the road to what I call holistic success begins with me being willing to do that thing that I never thought I would do so I can have that thing I never thought I could have so I can be that woman that I always knew myself to be. That my greatness is not found in the things I've always done. My greatness is found in things I've never done. Yes, yes? You think you can become that phenomenal man or woman doing exactly what you did in 2011. Newsflash. If you were phenomenal in 2011, you ain't going to be phenomenal in 2012 doing what you did. Are y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Now, when I don't come just to make you comfortable or to get another fan. I don't come. The freedom that I have in the fact that I am living in my divine assignment. And when I come to speak to you, I come to touch your soul at any level, for any way, any possible journey. So sometimes this ride may get bumpy. But I didn't come just for your approval. I came for your transformation. I came for your breakthrough. And sometimes in order for you to have a breakthrough, you got to break out of something, have a breakdown from something, so you can have a breakthrough to something.
Yes.
Somebody gonna get that on the way home. Break down. Oh, I got it. Yes, in the car. Yes. I'm all right. So, I look at my life, and it's barely recognizable. And I'm filled with gratitude. I listen to my bio sometimes, and I always start talking when my bio is being read, just so I'm like, wah. Sometimes it's just unbelievable. And that's like the 2 year ago bio. I'm not even gonna add anything else to that bio. I look at the bio and I look at my life and the ability to sit beside Oprah and across from Larry King and have lunch with the Queen of Swaziland and to build a multi-million-dollar company and to have an international bestseller and have my book with my face, a black woman with an afro, 28 foreign languages. Just the deliciousness of that life. I look at it and sometimes I just go, wow, God, because see, I'm that same girl who was raised right down the street in South Central. You say, where's South Central? The part that was on the news. That part y'all wanted to get on the freeway and not go in. You wanted to go around, right? I was raised there. I was raised between the Harlem Crip 30s and the Rolling 60s. I had 3 fights a week to get home from school. I was that kid that my best grade in school was a C+. If you ever tell the story, don't forget the plus. Tell it right. For all you A students, it don't matter. The plus don't matter. But for the C students, yes. The plus matters. Tell the story right. I got a C+, right? Right. I'm that kid that at 19, I wondered if life was worth even living. Not that I wanted to die, I just wanted the pain to stop. Yes? Anybody know what that's about? So I look at my life today, and if the journey is sweet today, if it feels good to be in these shoes, it's because I understand from which I've come. It's the journey that makes being here so sweet. It's the measuring of where I started and all the times I have the choice to stop. There are 1,000 reasons that's going to come up to give you the option to stop. What makes being here so delicious is that I didn't allow my speed bump to become my stop sign. Yes. So I just stopped by Beverly Hills. I just stopped by as your sister friend to stir your soul, to ignite your fire, to help you turn it up a bit. I stopped by Beverly Hills to let you know you're on the right track. Get back on track. Don't think about that life you want. Talk about that life you want. Get in action creating that life you say you want, or stop talking. Yes. I told y'all, it can get spicy in here. I've been known to come with cayenne pepper. So I just want you to get that the journey called you. Can someone give me some water? The journey called you. Thank you so much, sweetie. The journey called you. We go back. We know each other. God bless all men should be kissing. So I just stopped by, to make sure you understand that the divinity in you has to be shared with the world. By any means necessary. That your greatness was not given to you for you to keep to yourself. That your greatness was given to you so that you can make the world a better place to live in. And that your greatness doesn't have to agree or look like anybody else's. As a matter of fact, God, I hope it doesn't. It gets so boring when we start trying to do it alike and look alike. When I first started speaking, I used to wear navy blue suits and gray suits and black suits, and I would pull all this hair back in a tight ponytail so that you couldn't tell me from Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield and Bob Proctor and all the other amazing white men that were on stage with me. I didn't want you to be able to tell. I wanted to blend in. Can you imagine the challenge that I had trying to blend in? And right, yes, got a whole lot of woman in me. I ain't got to be a man. When I finally took off the suit and put on my tie-dye raw silk two-piece dress, when I finally unleashed my hair and let my fro free, when I finally stopped apologizing for the things that made me unique, I didn't apologize out loud, but I apologized quietly by shrinking my greatness. Yes, yes, come on. Y'all supposed to say yes, yes, even when it stings. How many of you have shrunk, you get to the point where you shrink your greatness so that others around you won't feel insecure with your champion? You dim your light so that others won't be blinded by the brightness called you. You want to monitor how much people can handle of you. So you give them small doses of you, hoping that they can get and get used to your greatness. And when they get used to it, you'll let a little more out. So y'all not off the hook. Y'all over there talking to me? So I just stopped by Beverly Hills to put you on the hook again. I stopped by Beverly Hills to tell you, this year, we can't afford for you to play small. That your greatness has less to do with you than it has to do with the lives that it will save, touch, and inspire. That when you win, you make it possible for me to win. That when I witness you playing big in the midst of the storm, I begin to borrow your courage. That when you allow your faith to illuminate, then I get to borrow your faith when I'm lacking a bit. That your light is supposed to shine brightly, not so you can see it, but so that it can illuminate my darkness, so my darkness. That when you get out of your way and you truly become comfortable in the champion called you, thank you, sis. When you truly, when you get out of your way, all of a sudden you will surprise yourself. So I just stopped by Beverly Hills. I stopped by to remind you that the world has been waiting a long time for you. And that you kept trying to get things perfect. So I came to deliver the memo. It ain't gonna ever be perfect. But what I love about the fact that it'll never be perfect is that in the imperfection, it's all good. The morning I was on my way to Oprah, I woke up at 4 in the morning and I had shared some things on the, God has it. It's crazy when you're in your divine order. The Oprah show called me and they called all 54 people that were in the secret. And for the record, major national television media gives you 12 minutes. Any of you want to be on media, write that down. They give you 12 minutes to impress them. And in the 13th minute, if you haven't impressed them, they will be saying bye-bye. You can't make up for it, just say bye. And say, I missed this one. But you got 12 minutes. So I knew that, and they asked me the question, now that you know about the law of attraction, Lisa, how is life better for you? And I said, because I trained speakers and singers and authors and coaches how to hook the media, I said, in order for you to know how great my life is today, you need to know what a mess it was before. 2.5 hours later, she's my BFF in. That's my best friend for now. That's a yes, yes. And she ended the call by saying, would you be willing to tell that story on national TV? Well, yes jumped out of my mouth without my permission. And before I knew it, they had flown an entire crew of producers to Los Angeles. I'm the only teacher in The Secret that had a backstory. And if any of you saw the show, I'm the only one. They actually labeled. Now, mind you, I had my vision board set. I used to go to Jamaica every year and spend 8 days playing and praying and designing my breathtaking next year, every year. And in the center of my vision board, it says, Lisa tells all on the Oprah show. Now, I could have said Lisa just appears, right? Note to self, be very clear what you write. So it says, I still have it in my house. I'm laughing. Lisa tells all. So out of all the teachers, they come to LA, they go up my old street on King Boulevard, used to be Santa Barbara Boulevard, they're driving up Oprah's crew, they turn down my street, Dinker, they shoot in front of my old house, and then they say, we want to interview you, it'll only be a 3.5-hour interview. What did I write on the vision board? Lisa tells all. Well, I didn't get it all out in 3 hours, so 7 hours and 42 minutes later, they're turning the cameras off. In the 7th hour and 41st minute, remember to turn off for 42 minutes, right? The 41st minute, I said that thing that I had agreed to take to my grave. You know that dark, y'all don't ever have to know that about me secret? Yeah, that one jumped out unauthorized as well. And then they turned the camera off, and I knew why, because they got that thing. They were done. So I'm not telling y'all, oh no, heavens to murgatroyd. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube. So I'm pacing the floor for 2 weeks, freaked out, because I know out of 7 hours and 42 minutes, they're going to play that last minute. I just know it, because that's that thing I don't want them to share. So I'm pacing. The day before Oprah, the day of Oprah, I'm getting on the plane to go, I wake up at 4 in the morning crying. And I wake up crying, not gratitude tears, but worry tears. Like, OMG, OMG, OMG. How is the world going to value me when they know that junk about me? You know how, y'all know that stuff you don't want anybody to know, but you think it's going to disqualify you. They say, man, he's not real, he's crazy, right? Well, I have that kind of stuff that had come out, so I'm dealing with that. So I called one of the few people that I can call at 4 in the morning, a good friend of mine, and he said, let me pray for you. And he said that thing in the midst of the prayer that released me forever. And it's a simple line, and I hope it does something for any one of you that it did remotely for me. He said in the middle of his prayer, and I don't know anything else that he was saying, he sounded like Charlie Brown, everything else was wah, 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 and then there was that thing. He said, God, thank you for using your imperfect child to help your imperfect children.
Yes.
And in that moment, I had an instant release. All that anxiety of who I think they should see me as and what's an expert. And I thought, oh my God, I'm an expert in turning a breakdown into a breakthrough. And what qualifies me to be that is all my breakdowns that I've chosen to turn into my breakthroughs. So I was able to go to Oprah with my head up high. And as a result of the transparency on Oprah, within 72 hours, I received 9,782 emails that said, I want to learn from you. And that was the launch of my company in a whole new way. And so I stopped by to ask, are you willing inside of your imperfection?
Yes.
Are you willing to still be enough? Are you willing to be perfect for the assignment, the divine assignment placed on your life that you may or may not be clear of? Are you willing to keep moving as you become clear? Are you willing to be radical and unrealistic? Are you willing to become unapologetic about your greatness? Are you willing to do it like you've never done before? Say it like you've never said before, so you can be the man or the woman you know yourself to be. Beverly Hills to ask you, are you willing to say the things you don't want to say and do the things you don't want to do so you can become the man or the woman you know yourself to be? Are you willing? Are you willing to push yourself to a limit of discomfort that you have to transform in order to stand in your own shoes? And I ask you that question because I had to do all of that. I have to do all of that. I ask God, use me in spite of me. Use me on my bad days, and God knows, use me on my good days, and every day help me get out of my way so you can use me. Whatever you call your higher power, I want to leave here tired with nothing left. My grandmother said, baby, all you're going to do is rest in peace. You might as well be tired. Yes. That's going to be the best sleep I get. I don't want anything left. I don't want to hold out until it's right. I don't want to hold out until the world is ready. I want to hold out until my son is an adult. I want to hold out until I lose the last 5 pounds. Do you know if I waited to lose the last 5 pounds? Y'all would be like, Lisa, who? The secret is who Lisa is. If I permission. I'm not waiting until the world gives me permission, and I advise you not to wait. Don't ask the world to give you permission. Turn around and give the world notice.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Just saying, I just stopped by Beverly Hills to be with you for a short time. And for some, we'll be together again. We'll find reasons and ways to be together again. For some, we'll cross each other's path. For some, you'll become my students and join me next month in one of our trainings or on a teleseminar. And for some, this will be enough. You're like, no, I'm cool with her. That's enough. That's enough. Oh, that cayenne pepper, amen. And it will be divinely perfect. But you will not be able to shake this night. My job is not to help you get a good night's sleep. My job is to keep you up tonight. How can you serve like you've never served before? How can you love like you've never loved before? How can you forgive like you've never forgiven before? Sooner, quicker, faster. How can you run back to love, run back to forgiveness? How can you greet the day with new possibility every day without bringing your yesterday into your tomorrow?
Yes.
I want you to spend tonight asking yourself those questions. Who could I be and who would I be if I knew everything I touched would turn to gold? What would I touch? What would I create? Who would I love? How available would I be to the world? How radical are you willing to become for your own breathtaking future? I just stopped by Beverly Hills to touch your soul, to stir your soul, to make you feel like you're elevated out that chair before you ever get up. I just stopped by Beverly Hills to introduce you to your new best version of yourself. I just stopped by to make sure you're not more committed to the bio of your 2011 you. Some of us get caught up in our bios. You already did that. I ain't impressed. Been there, done that. So 08. So 08. I want to know about the 2015 version of you. Tell me who are you becoming? What's being birthed out of you? What are you creating in the world? What can we expect from you? How are the mountains going to move when you rise in the morning because of you? What force will you become? What mighty statement will you be? How will you become a movement on the planet? How will you touch the lives of teens or women or men or the homeless? How will you do that? What contribution are you making to the planet that makes this world a better place because you were born? I'm just interested in that.
Yes.
That's life's purpose. And then when are you willing? When are you willing to believe and see you the way I see you? I wish you could see you through my lens. I wish you can realize that it's your job to play big, to play huge, to play ginormous. It's your job to leap off the ledge. When you leap off a big ledge. Don't jump off the curb. Always trying to play it safe. You're going to jump, leap, and fall. Jump, leap, and fall from something big. No regrets. Connie said it. You're not afraid of getting old. You're afraid of getting old before it's done. You're not afraid of dying. You're afraid of dying before the world sees who you really are. Yes. You just want the world to see who you really are, but are you willing to take a peek at you? Are you willing to see yourself? Are you willing to not play small anymore, to become bankrupt on the excuses? Are you willing to become barely recognizable?
Yes.
You know, Barbara is one of my students. I teach an elite exclusive group of people called Global Leaders. Every year I pick, and this is the second year, 32 individuals who are in movement in their life in the area of training, speaking, self-development. As an author, they are coaches in the world. They're doing things. They are clear that they have a global calling. And they would simply like to put the system together so that they don't go broke doing it. So they save them time. Save them time, save them money, and save them a whole lot of stress. And I realized, I asked God, what's my season? What is this season? Every year I spend a lot of prayer time. God, what's this season? And what came back to me is this is a season to teach others how to do what you've done. That this is that season that we make success so mystical. We kind of give you the edges, but we don't give you the deep and the depth, the dark and the night, behind the black curtain. You know, the Wizard of Oz is all so big, and behind the curtain is like curtain. Well, I want to know what's up behind the black curtain. Tell me what's happening behind the curtain. And so on my way to this breathtaking success, it was very lonely and I did a lot of things wrong and I spent a lot of money wrong and a lot of time stressed out. And I said, God, if you ever have it so that I'm successful and I have something to tell and people want to listen, I'm going to tell people exactly what I did right and exactly what I did wrong. I'm just going to lay it out. If they can handle the truth, if they can handle being coached, if they can handle being held accountable, because I'm some kind of coach, y'all. It ain't no joke. I am going to be like a dog on the bone with gravy on it for your success. That's me. If you say we're going to get there, come on. Let's put your seatbelt on, let's go. Right? Yes, yes. Yes, yes. So 32 amazing people, Barbara being one, signed up and said, take us on the ride. And we've been on that ride for 6 months now. And I'm so excited because they have new products, new programs, new speaking engagements. And out of the 32 of them, they generated over $650,000 in 6 months of new revenue in their company. Yes, yes. I told them, y'all can wear a lot of things, but don't wear broke. Broke don't look good on nobody. And people should do well.
Yes.
It's not all about the money, but good people should do well. Because when good people do well, you just do more good. That's it. We should be the wealthiest people on the planet because we're going to help end hunger. We're going to help end homelessness. We're going to do right by our money because that's who we are. So my commitment is helping transformational leaders on any platform do well while they do good. Yes, yes?
Yes.
So I just stopped by Beverly Hills to ask you, thank you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to do that thing that's been living in you? Are you ready to have no one around you even recognize who you are? I go back to my old community and my neighbors go, that look like Lisa. She sounds a little like Lisa. And I'm willing to reintroduce myself to the world. I'm willing to say, thank you for allowing me to grow in your space, but now I've outgrown that old conversation. I'm willing to adopt a new community that can believe with me, even if it means I have to love my old community from a distance. Come on, some of you guys are so committed to trying to hold on and save everyone else that you're drowning with them. The best thing you can do for a miserable person is not be miserable with them. Find joy, get joy, and then go back and spread joy. But don't hold on to them while you're trying to find it. Let go, find it, come back, and serve it. Yes, yes?
Yes.
So, I didn't come here just to make you comfortable. I came here to talk soul to soul, sister to sister, sister to brother. I came here to find out who are you going to become at 70, at 60, at 50, at 15, at 18 to become. Next month, I teach a training that many of you are coming to. How many people are coming to the training? Some of you guys are coming. I teach a training called Speak and Write to Make Millions. And I'm teaching this training because so many times on my journey, I found that I was alone trying to figure it out. And oftentimes we feel so alone in our journey that we turn it from entrepreneurs to solopreneurs to nolopreneurs to hopepreneurs to brokepreneurs to prayerpreneurs. And I just thought we'd save some time and energy around all of that and just get to the work, because I know every entrepreneur has a great project that should be out in the world. Everyone. And we're going to save the planet and the economy. And so I'll share more with you, but I'm so excited because I finally opened up the time in my schedule. Last year I was on the road 233 days out the year. And the year before that I was on the road 289 days. And I opened up time this year to say, wait, I'm going to stay at home in San Diego and teach some people how to replicate and duplicate what I've done. Otherwise, I'm the only one doing it. I'm the only one that knows about it. And I believe that you should know it, you should know it, you should know it, you should know, because you'll be good stewards of that information and you'll grow it and you'll share it. And so I just wanted to let you know that I'm here to serve. I came to say yes to you. I came to find out how can I be a solution to a problem you're having. And I did it for one reason. When I was on this journey, it was very lonely. I wish I could say it was fun the whole journey, but now everyone wants to be in my space. But before, everyone was calling me crazy. But let me tell you something about crazy. There's a freedom in crazy. See, there was a man who said, let's take a long walk for freedom. And someone said, Martin, that's 36 miles in my Stacy's. Someone said, our feet are going to hurt if we take this long walk for freedom. And Martin Luther King said, let's take it anyway. And there was a man called Nelson, and he spent 27 years in prison, and at the end of that journey, he led the largest forgiveness movement ever and became president. Someone who he said, let's lead a forgiveness movement, and let's lead it with the gentleman who incarcerated us. Someone said, Nelson, dude, you crazy. You crazy, right? And then there was that woman who said, let's end hunger, let's feed every child, every baby, and someone said, Mama T. You know, it was a friend, so they called her Mama T. Mama T, you crazy. And that was that gentleman who said, let's not try to control other people, let's just change that we want to see in the world. Somebody said, Muhammad, you crazy, dude. So if, as you share your vision, people call you crazy, they say they don't get it, then just know you're in really good company. Yes. And if it feels like you're walking alone holding your vision, you are.
Yes.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? You're not alone. No, you are. Yes. And let me tell you why. Because God only gave that vision to you. Yes. And it's your job to be a steward. You are impregnated with something far greater than you. I dare you play small and cross your legs and don't give birth to it. I dare you. You've been the only one given that gift. No one's been given it like you. No one. You're the only one. The only way we'll see it is if you give it permission to come forth. And you don't even have to know what it is yet. But when you get that calling, you better pick up fast. My grandmother is a great leader of mine. My grandmother says, baby, when you get my age, you're supposed to sit back in your favorite rocking chair and tell the story of your life. But when you're your age, baby, you're supposed to make sure the story's going to be good to tell. Yes. Ain't no sitting in your rocking chair saying, I wish I would have done. You're too old now. How about you do it now? If you can hear my voice, then you old enough and young enough to get it done. If you can hear my voice. And so I just stopped by Beverly Hills. I stopped by to touch your soul. To stir your soul. To speak soul to soul. Soul sister style. I threw that one in. I planned that one. It came up. I stopped by Beverly Hills to let you know again you're on the right track. But you've always been on the right track. You just have to know you're on the right track. I stopped by Beverly Hills to ask you, are you willing to listen to your greatness more than you listen to your doubt? Yes. Are you willing? I stopped by Beverly Hills to ask you, are you willing to let your champion free? Are you willing to do the things you don't want to do, to be the man or woman you know yourself to be? You get to make the decision, but live with it powerfully. Are you willing? Are you willing to be radical? Are you willing to be unapologetic? Are you willing to no longer shrink so that others can feel secure around you? Are you willing? Are you willing to learn what you don't know? Are you willing to get a coach to say, keep me uncomfortable? Look, if you hire a coach, don't complain to us that we have you uncomfortable. You hired us to keep you uncomfortable. Right, Barbara? Amen. And so, I want to share a story with you, and then I'll tell you some things and some ways we can play together if you guys choose. I'm going to do Couldn't Never Win. In a former life, I was an athlete. Former life. When you pass 40, it's just a former life. I ran track, and I went to Dorsey High, and I held the record in 330 lows for 15 years at Dorsey High. And while I was really great in track, I really sucked in swimming. I swam 400 freestyle, and but I would always come in dead last. Okay, I got something here. And I would always get this thing called an honorable mention. Anybody know about the honorable mention? For those of you laughing, you know that the honorable mention is the ribbon that says, "Thank you for showing up." You didn't do diddly squat. But we don't want you to leave empty-handed. Y'all come back now, you hear? And so, I would always get an honorable mention. We had 13 swim meets that year. So I had 13 honorable mentions. And my mother, not knowing what an honorable mention was, she put them all on the wall. My brother nicknamed the area Lisa's Loser Shrine. It was. So this particular day, and I'm sharing this story, and I never choose the story I'm going to share before I come up. I always let my soul and let just the universe speak to me, and what story do you need to hear? And so someone, maybe more than one person, needs to hear this story. So I'm saying it and sharing it for you. I decided that I've been doing this long enough, I'm trying my best and it's not working, so I decided to go to the safest place on the planet, my grandmother's house, and tell her that I decided to quit. I go to my grandmother, and my grandmother weighs 89 pounds, soaking wet with rocks in her pocket, right? But she's a giant, right? I go to my grandmother and I say, "Grandmother, and if this is you, I want to hear your yes, yes. Let me know I'm talking. Remember our agreement." I said, "Grandmother, I'm tired of putting my all in and feeling like getting anything back out."
Yes, yes.
I said, "Grandmother, I show up and I play full out and no one seems to notice that I'm playing full out." Yes, yes?
Yes.
I said, "Grandma, even in dead last, I came in dead last giving it my all."
Yes, yes.
Grandmother, I feel like I just don't even ever hear thank you.
Yes.
I said, "Grandma, I quit." She said, "Quit?" I said, "Quit, ma'am? I don't know how to quit with you. I don't know." My grandmother raised 8 children on her own and 18 grandchildren on her own. Apparently, she didn't know the word quit. But I was willing to introduce it to her. She said, "Baby, come sit next to me." She said, "You're only 15 years old, so you might not know this." I went and sat down. I said, "Oh, she's going to give me that grandmama story. Make me think I can fly." This is what she said. And I believe it's for someone here tonight. You decide. She said, "Baby, quitters never win. And winners never quit." She said, "You come from a long, long, long line of winners." She said, "And you have a right to get tired. You got a right to get frustrated. But you don't have a right to quit." She said, "Your grandparents, they didn't have laptops and cell phones and iPads. They didn't even have cars. And they never passed down their complaints to you. They just gave you their strength." She said, "So I know you might think you have the option to quit, but grandmama needs to educate you. Quitting is not an option, because quitters never win, and winners never quit." She said, "So you're going out there and you swim that swim meet tomorrow, and grandma's going to say the same prayer I always say. Thank you, Lord, for giving my baby the victory before she ever starts the race." I said, "Well, Grandma, I know you think I won, and God thinks I won, but the judge, he said I came in dead last." She said, "Baby, don't worry about that. Go on out there and swim." I walked out saying, "I'm never coming over here to quit again." The next day, I walked into the gym and I saw the worst sight ever, you guys. The worst sight ever. My entire family in the bleachers. "Lisa, hey girl, we love you. We see you. We worse than coming in dead last. It's having your entire family witness you come in what? Dead last. I'm like, why are y'all here? They said grandmama called us. Y'all go help that baby. She needs some moral support. I'm cool. I just need to get this over with. It was the last swimming of the year, and I said one more honorable mention again. So I go to the judge. I said, Judge, hi, my name is Lisa Nichols, and I'm here to swim the freestyle. Can I just have my honorable mention now? The judge said, oh, the 15-year-old heat? Oh, baby, you missed your heat. They already swam. I said, oh, cool. He said, wait. Coach, do you want her to swim with the 17, 18-year-olds? We have one more spot. I was like, oh, no, ixnay, oh, nay. I was like, the 15-year-olds have me for lunch. I'll be their appetizer. Don't do this to me. And my coach said, Lisa, go ahead, swim. You need the experience. No, I don't. I've mastered losing. I have a shrine at home named after me. So I go on, and some of you are here right now. I go on deck, and the only lane that was left was the one in the center of the pool. So not only was I going to lose, but I had a long walk. You know, when you lose, everything is longer. I mean, you know, so they was going to be in the last time I get out the pool. So I get on deck, and I notice there's a big difference between a 15-year-old girl and an 18-year-old girl. At 15, I had a blue bathing suit with blue lace. On my flat chest. At 18, Speedo. Oh my God, that's how I keep bathing suit. At 15, I have my hair going back in cornrows with, yes, matching blue berets. At 18, Speedo cap. I was like, that's really ugly. At 15, I have waterproof mascara. At 18, goggles. I was like, ooh, that's really ugly. At 15, I got on deck. I said, hey, how you doing? Hi, my name's Lisa. Hi. Wait for me. We're going to go to the bathroom together. Don't get out the pool yet. At 18, I was like, that's fine, I can do that too. I think I can. My best version. So, see, Mark, I remember going down. Some of you are at this place, so if so, let me know by saying yes, yes. So, see you, Mark, and I remember myself saying, I need to get through this season.
Yes.
I need to do something that I've never done before.
Yes.
I'm not even sure what that is.
Yes.
I just know that what I've been doing against these girls, that ain't gonna work. What I've been doing ain't gonna work. Said, God, you said, just have the faith of a mustard seed. I think I might need the faith of a watermelon seed. Oh, listen. But I'll have faith. I'll believe in the me that I haven't seen yet.
Yes.
I'll believe in the me that I know is coming to be right now.
Yes.
I'm willing to let go of that old toxic conversation.
Yes.
Just leave me.
Yes.
Pow! The gun went off. I hit the water, and I kid you not, I began to chant in my head. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Quitters never win. Come on, y'all, help me. Quitters never win,
Winners never quit.
Quitters never win,
Winners never quit.
I threw my right arm back. There was one girl even with me. I said, oh, today, she coming in what? Dead last. win, winners never quit. Come on, y'all. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Quitters never win, winners never quit. I did the flip turn back in the day when I could. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Quitters never win, winners never quit. I hit the wall. I looked to my left. There was no one there. I looked to my right. There was no one there. But you know that negative self-talk that we have, right? I said, dang, I'm so slow, they got out the pool already. It's like, I mean, there's no ripple in the water, they gone. I'm getting slower by the day. I look at my coach, and she's screaming hysterically. This was right up King Boulevard at the Coliseum, you guys. This is right down the street. I never get to say it was down the street because I'm always out of town, right? So it's really cool. So I look at my coach and she's screaming, Lisa, Lisa, look, Lisa, look behind you. I'm like, what? And I look behind me and the first person had just hit the halfway mark. But you know that negative self-talk, yes? Hello, yes. Come on, guys. It don't just end. You know it don't end. Then it starts again, right? That's why I always keep a coach in my life. For the last 10 years I've had a coach, just in case it starts again. So I look back behind me, they just at the halfway mark. I look at my coach and I said, Coach, was I supposed to swim 3 laps? you want me to go back and start again? And she was like, no. She ran over to me. She goes, what did you do differently? What did you do differently? What did you do differently? I was like, braiding my hair, put on my berets, my mascara. I was like, oh, my grandmother taught me this chant yesterday, and when I hit the water, I just recited the chant the whole time. She said, what was the chant? What was the chant? I said, quitters never win.
Winners never quit.
Quitters never win.
Winners never quit.
She said, you chanted that the entire time? I said, yeah. She goes, that's the only thing you did different? I said, yeah. She goes, what did you chant the last few times? I said, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. So many times you guys are out there saying what you don't want. The only variable that changed was I started speaking to what I wanted versus what I didn't want. The law of attraction. The law of attraction and action. The law of attraction and action. I looked at her and said, Coach, what happened? Like, what happened? She said, Lisa, at age 15, you just broke the national record for the 17 and 18-year-old. Yes, yes? Yes, yes? Yes. So I just stopped by Beverly Hills. To not let you off the hook. It's lonely in this space, waiting on you to come. There's no honor in standing on a mountaintop by yourself, watching your sisters and your brothers all moonwalk up the side of the mountain, claiming to be in action. I love you, but I didn't come here just to rah-rah you. I came here to stir your soul. Even if that means making it mildly to moderately to significantly uncomfortable in a moment. If that's going to unleash your champion, I'm willing to do that. I came to remind you who you were born to be when the seed called you was planted. There was a divine assignment on your life. There was something that only you can do on this planet. And I was asked by a greater being to stop by Beverly Hills and remind you and shake you up in that chair a bit. And extend an invitation that if I can be a part of your champion coming out in any way, I say yes to that. And so with that, I humbly say that it's my honor to stand in your space. It's my honor to serve beside you, because when an ordinary girl like me gets to have an extraordinary life like this, then all of a sudden it becomes available to everyone. See, because I'm the same woman who had to get on the county to have my baby. I'm the same woman who had to get on government assistance to feed my child. Right up the street. I'm the same woman who, when my son was 8 months old, I didn't have the money to buy him Pampers, and for 2 days I had to wrap my baby in a towel. See, I don't forget those days. I don't forget those days one moment. Because the journey between who she was then and who she is now, that same child who didn't have Pampers is also the same child who had lunch with the Queen of Swaziland when he was 10 years old.
Yes, yes.
Because I got in radical action, y'all. There was no sprinkled fairy dust. There was no potion lotion. There was no magic wine, and I'm still waiting on my hookup. There was none of that. There was a moment like this when I became bankrupt in all my excuses. There was a moment like this when I became bankrupt and playing small. There was a moment like this when my old story stopped serving me. Jesse had amazing words about who you're committed to be versus your commitment to not doing it. I love the way you said that. There's a moment when you become bankrupt to that story. I just ask you, can it be now?
Yes, yes.
Yes. I just stopped by Beverly Hills to hopefully make it now. I just thought that if someone loved you enough to shake you up, rock you up, stir you up a bit, that somehow you'll begin radical movement on your behalf.
Yes, yes.
It's that moment in time. It wasn't in my college learning. I was kicked out of college after my second year in college because I didn't have money to pay for college. So it wasn't in my college learning. It wasn't a great epiphany. It wasn't in an aha moment. It was in a bunch of moments like this when I gave Lisa permission to live.
Yeah.
Even if she had to live alone for a while. Because long before I was with you, I had to be by myself. Are you willing? You know, I look at my life, and as I wrap up, I just got to tell you, every day it becomes more breathtaking. And last year, in my first quarter, I spoke 3 times. I normally don't speak at all during the first quarter. I stay at home. I design my career. I design the year. This year, I've spoken 33 times in the first quarter. Because the demand is so high. I'm just saying, yes, the demand is so high. And I look at my life, and very few people know this in this room, and I've been praying about whether I was going to tell you guys, and as I was sitting there, Spirit said, just tell them, and just open up, because it still makes me nervous to say this out loud. This year, Motivating the Masses, my company, will go public. I feel the butterflies. We less than 100 women to own a publicly held company, and one of less than 6 African American women to own a publicly held company. I will be believe it or not, the only company in the self-development industry to ever go public. Yes. And the crazy thing is that I didn't go to Wall Street. Wall Street came to me. And they asked, are you willing to go public? I said, tell me what they look like. Because it was so big, it wasn't even in my picture. Sometimes you're going to move forward with knees knocking and teeth chattering, getting clarity along the way. Now when I look at where I am now, for one of the few times in history of a company going public, that I get to offer a pre-public offering to people like me.
Yes.
Right. Like you don't have to be at the boardroom table on Wall Street to hear about the in-crowd thing. You just need to be right here with me. Like how delicious is that? And it's delicious. And so I said I'm the woman who went from public assistance, and my next book I should write is From Public Assistance to Going Public. That's juicy, huh? And the tagline is, you should want to know the journey in between. Yes. So I'm excited. I didn't come here at all to brag. I came here to share and to make it contagious. And I hope you feel that. I came here to say if an ordinary girl like me from South Central Los Angeles with a C plus, with a C plus average. The last time I took an English class, my English teacher told me I was the weakest writer she ever met in her entire life. Don't worry, the story is good. I didn't send her a book because they were all on the bestsellers list. She remembers my name. I'm sending her a book. that girl who got a D- in speech the last time I took speech. And I'm saying this to say that some of your motivation, your greatest motivation, will come wrapped in sandpaper.
Yes.
I got you, huh? Some of your greatest inspiration will come with thorns in it. It was designed to be served to you that way, so you can define your determination. We get upset when things come up in our face. They're not coming up in your face to stop you. They're coming up in your face to affirm you. You don't know how strong you are until you have to walk through cancer with someone. You don't know how strong you are until you have to bury someone long before you thought you would. You don't know how strong you are until a relationship ends prematurely in your mind and you still have to get up and breathe. You don't know how strong you are until someone emotionally, physically, or intellectually abuse you and you still stand strong. You don't know how strong you are until you overcome an illness that you didn't ask for. You don't know how strong you are until you feel like you are dust and then you still rise. The only way you will ever know how strong you are is when you rise above the impossible. So quit being so afraid of the impossible happening. You were built to last. You were built to outlast it. Everything you need, you already came here with. Everything. I want to invite you. I said that I'm in the season of coaching. I'm in the season of teaching. I love teaching. Don't I get excited about it? I'm like, I gotta let y'all go to sleep, don't I? Oh, sleep tomorrow. I'm very excited because I know the future that can exist for people when you get in crazy action and when you have a coach. I invited a coach into my life 10 years ago, and she helped me to grow my business over 258% the first year. She changed my life. I had to change it, but she helped me do that. And so I said, one day I'll begin to do that for other people. And that's today. I don't know how long it could be. My life is changing drastically every year. It looks really different, but right now it's so. So I do a training for people who you speak on any level, and whatever you do, you speak either privately or you speak publicly. Are you a writer? Are you a coach? Are you a trainer? And you just want to put the infrastructure under you. I teach from all the things I did right and all the things I did wrong. I kept copious notes, more on what I did wrong. I give you the proposal that I submitted to Chicken Soup for the Soul that got funded. I co-authored 2 Chicken Soup for the Soul books. I give you that proposal because it's already got me paid. You might as well be blessed by it. Doesn't do any good at my computer. I give you my book tour report. No one ever tells you how to do a book tour. I give you my book tour report that put me on several best-selling lists. I documented every place I went, everything I did. I took copious notes, and I gift you with that. I show you how I went from 1 revenue stream to 8 revenue streams, and then we spend 2 hours designing your 8 revenue streams. And it's going to keep you working for the next 3 to 5 years, but it'll be good work. It'll be good work. It helped to grow one of my students. She grew her business after we did that exercise alone. She grew her business 810% in 2 years. I'm radical. I like radical growth. I like insane growth. I like stuff that's unbelievable. I like to play in that realm. And so I'm not going to give you all the details. I'm going to say, trust me, that if you come empty, I'll come full. And I'll empty everything I know and have into you in the time we have. I don't leave anything, I don't hold anything back. I want you to know that there's someone to walk shoulder to shoulder with you. Because I was alone. That's the #1 reason, is I was alone and I was like this. And I thought it would save you some time, save you some money, and save you some stress. Does that seem like that's a value?
Yes.
It's not. Yes. It's not for everyone. It's not. And if you want to come there just to be rah-rah, that's not. I only want people there who are ready to take radical action. It's not the place to come just to be motivated. I'll invite you to something that I do online. The premier space in my trainings, because they always sell out, and we always have to turn at least 200 to 300 people away. The primary seat in my trainings are meant to be for people who are ready to take radical action. And I understand everyone's not. So know where you are. Does that make sense, you guys?
Yes.
Because that seat is for someone who's really wanting to be a change agent in the world. And what they will get there will help them. So it's called Speak the Right to Make Millions. It's April 21st through the 23rd. That's next month. And it's a Saturday, a Sunday, and a Monday. And if you can't make all 3 days, I promise you 2 days will still have you on fire, blazing. And I invite you to come. And if you go online, you can go online now. We are probably about 75% full. I blocked out about 13 seats. I think 13 seats. I blocked out 13 seats per year. And the reason why I say I blocked out is because I travel all over the world, and I like the workshops to reflect everywhere I travel. Does that make sense? So I only give a certain number of seats in each place so that I can get some seats everywhere. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that we can see humanity in one room. I love it when we do that. And so we blocked out 13 seats per year. And what I wanted to do for Connie is online, I think it's $997. And on the form over in the back, it'll say $597. But I want you guys to cross that out, and I thought we'd do it for $397 since it's 30 days away. Yeah. But here's the deal. It's $397 for all 3 days, and I want to invite you to bring a friend for free. Yes, yes? Yes, yes. Let me tell you why. Because I grew and learned alone. And I outgrew my community. How many doesn't done that? And I don't want us to grow alone anymore. I realize now that I've achieved so much, all that really matters is I want community. So if I take away all the barriers for you to bring them, then now it's just choice. So if you know someone who would get value, now listen, don't bring me anyone you're trying to convert. I'm no magician. They're going to stay just as stuck as they were. Looking like a sourpuss in my workshop, and I'm going to look at you like, why you bring him? Why you do that to me? Right? Yes. So bring someone who's in the possibility. And all they'll need to pay is for the material fee and marketing fee and food. And that's $99, and we'll pay for the course. So if you want that, I just offer nowhere else. I'm making it all up. I even cut the $597 to $397 in the car on the way here from Temecula. So if you're interested, we'll be over there. Margaret, would you stand up, Margaret and Marcy? Margaret, would you stand up? Margaret and Marcy will be standing there. Marcy is one of the co-authors in my anthology book called Living Proof. She's amazing, and they'll help you if that's a value for you. And then for a select few of you, you may want to do what I call a VIP day. And that's where you come to my office, and I spend 6 hours with you, focused on your business. And we videotape it because there's no way you'll capture everything I say. But I just brainstorm on your revenue streams, your marketing streams, your sales streams, your brand, leveraging your brand, your message, whatever it is. We'll just go down the line for 6 hours. I've never done it before. This is my first time doing it. But I want to get some up close and personal time and quantum leap your business. So that's radical. So if that's something that you're interested in, then come talk to me. I'll be around for about 30 minutes afterwards. I'm happy to make that happen. If it's and that's an investment. If that investment is larger, you come over and find out the details, then we can do it as a small group to help offset some of the costs. And 3 or 4 people can come together. Any way you want to do it, I'm going to say yes, yes. And then finally, for those of you who want to be global leaders in that program, I'm happy. It's exclusive. It's 96 face-to-face hours with me for a year. It's intense. But if that's where you are, then let's do it. This beautiful lady came up to me and she said, I can't find out how to register in your coaching program. I want to be in the global leadership. And I said, that's because you can't register online. We have to meet each other. You interview me, and I interview you, because there's a lot of time invested on my part. If that feels like it. I'm not here to sell you. I'm here to serve you. My job is to give you access, and your job is to choose what feels right for you. And so often I said things like this, and I didn't know how I could get more of this. And so I said that I would invite you to play on any different way you want. And then lastly, if you want to be crazy and invest in my company, we are still open for the next 10 days before we file our S1s. And yeah, and I didn't know if we were still open. My attorney called yesterday and said, you know, you got 10 more days. So I thought, okay, well, Connie will be the only one who knows about it because I only talk about it when I'm live. So if you want to play with that, I'll be over there as well. And I'm happy to have you be an owner in a magnificent company called Motivator Lisa Nichols. And we can transform Wall Street together. to share this as I close. My grandmother asked me once, what do you want your life to say? And I said, Grandma, I would like for my life to say that I played big even when I was afraid. I want my life to say that I served others from my overflow. I want my life to say that I was willing to risk it all to gain it all. I want my life to say that I didn't try to hold anything back, that I wanted you to have everything I had while I was here. I want my life to say you can become an extraordinary person from an ordinary story. I want my life to say no one gets to define my greatness but me. I want my life to say I'm not asking for permission. I choose to give notice. I want my life to say that I let my light shine. I came to Beverly Hills. I stopped by. And I allowed my 159-watt light to shine so that it can illuminate you over there and you over there. I want to say that I didn't let the smallness in me take over my giant and my champion. When my grandmother asked me what I want my life to say, I said I wanted to say nothing when I speak. I want my actions to scream so loudly that I never have to say a word. I stopped by Beverly Hills to stir your soul, to ignite your soul, to speak soul to soul. I hope in some way the sisterhood in me touched the brotherhood or the sisterhood in you. And that tonight you don't sleep as easy as you would have had I not spoken. I hope that in our divine connection we found a reason to come together again. Remember this moment when I saw the genius in you, the champion in you. Remember this moment when we stopped keeping score about our past. We stopped giving reason why we couldn't be great, and we only needed one reason to be great. Remember this moment, because today could be the first day of the best part of your life. I love you.